Hello and welcome back. I'm Checkmate and this is episode 18 in our Let's Play Kerbal Space Program series. In the last episode, we built our generator section and our laboratory section for our Skylab that we're going to be putting up in this episode. And just take a quick look at those. So I have saved here our generator section with booster. We're actually going to launch this one first. I went over the build last episode, so if you missed that, you might want to go back and just take a look at how we built this. Kind of explain everything in that video. In this video, we want to get this launched up into Kerbal orbit. We're going to shoot for 200 kilometers circular orbit in a equatorial orbit. And then after we get this where we want it, we'll come back and grab our lab section, which is this one here, and get it in orbit, and then we'll see how my docking skills are. I have not done a whole lot of docking, but I have done it a couple of times, and hopefully I'll be able to get these things to link up in space. Okay, well, here we go. Let's get this thing into orbit. We don't have any crew on this. It's uncrewed. They're both uncrewed. A couple episodes back we had to grind out a little science to get the higher rated probe bodies so that we can have the lock to target feature to make it actually these here make it a lot easier to dock these things up in space. Anyway, let's see how this flies. Just double checking the staging right quick. I can see now I probably should have put some supports on that, but that's fine. Lean it over a little bit and lock to prograde about there. And I will see you in orbit. Alright, here we are. I went ahead and launched into a little higher orbit than I normally do. I set my orbit at, I was shooting for 150, I got 149 by 149 there. That's what we look like, pretty circular. Not quite equatorial, I need to probably correct that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get out. Well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and correct that now before we get out to our final orbital position. So, let me blow the fairing first so we get... I mean, we have plenty of power. That's not a problem, but I just... so I don't forget it. And I guess... guess I can go ahead and deploy these. I see no reason not to. I'll leave these two closed for now, just in case cracking happens. Alright, so let's get the orbit's inclination corrected. That's that. Now, what I want to do, at my periapsis, I'm going to push my apoapsis out to 200, as close as I can get to 200. .008 should be close enough for Kerbal work. Let us align to that maneuver, and we'll warp there. We'll push our periapsis out, or we'll push our apoapsis out, and then we'll go to the other side and push the periapsis out. And then we'll separate. We got quite a bit of fuel left here, but okay, let's warp to our node. Really hope I'm able to dock these things together. I should be able to. I've done it a couple times. I was thinking a couple of days ago about certain things in this game, that certain skills that you really have to learn to do to be able to play the game at all. And one of those is you really got to be able to do rendezvous in space, and you got to be able to dock. If you can't do those two things, you really limit yourself to what you can do in the game. And mark. I'm just watching my apoapsis over here. Get it to 200, and then we'll be .014. I'll take that. And now we want to go to here and push our periapsis out to 200. How close? Oh, dead on 200. That's perfect. I'll take that. Alright, let's get the booster separated. We'll deploy the other solar panel. Let's decouple. And then I'm going to just bump my That's one thing I need to look at. I'm not really good with these controls. Well, we'll learn all that when we dock. I should only need, once I line these up, actually, let's do this. Since we have the probe body, I'm going to turn off the yaw, the pitch, and the roll on these, so it can only move port, starboard, dorsal, ventral, and fore and aft with these controls. Do I have to? Oh. That's why. I thought they were put on symmetry. So now if I do W, A, S, and D, the reaction wheels controls that part, and then we'll just use the RCS for the other directions. Extend solar panel. I might actually, I'm going to leave these closed because that could get in the way of, I didn't think about that. When we dock, I hope if this turns 180 or 90 degrees where it's this way. I hope it doesn't hit the other section. I did not consider that, but I think it'll be fine. I'm gonna leave this closed in case I miss or something for whatever reason, and maybe I won't damage this. So I didn't put any docking lights on this. I didn't think about that when I was down there. Alright, let's go back to Space Center and get the science lab up there. Alright, let's grab our lab section. Three, two, one. Launch. So I'll get this up into a little bit of a low orbit, and then I will be right back. Alright, here we are again. 151 by 150. My inclination's off. I didn't even pay attention to it the whole time I was lifting off, so that's pretty bad out of whack. We're going to have to fix that. So let's get to it. Let me go ahead and deploy this. And I was noticing I can't remember if I put the crew in here. I don't think I did. I don't think I put the crew in here. Well, we may have to do another bring a capsule up and dock up with it. Get the crew up here. But anyway, let's see. Fix the inclination. Okay. Okay. So I got us to 0.1, which is what our target had. And now for the rendezvous, what I want to do is I'm going to push one side of my orbit out to 200, and then we'll see. I guess we'll do that here. So I'm currently, this is the generator section, and this is us. So I'm going to match one side, and then we'll push the other side out outside of our target so that it will speed up to us. So I guess we might as well just do it from here. So I'm going to match 200 on this one. So we're going to burn prograde. Push that periapsis out to right at. We just switched over to apoapsis. So we're going to go 200 there. And then we'll swing around and we'll push the other side out farther. Probably about 10 kilometers maybe farther. And let it catch up to us. So I'm just going to move around to that maneuver. Ended up using quite a bit of delta V to get that inclination fixed. But we had plenty of extra. This should be more than enough to do this rendezvous. So I'm going to warp to that maneuver. It's 15 minutes. So yeah, what I've been doing for these rendezvous, I'm matching one side of my orbit to my target, and then you manipulate the other side in and out, and basically from that point you're working on time, however much time elapse it takes to get a close encounter. I have my thrust turned down a little bit on this. Shooting for 200. Right here's where I'm watching. 8, 9. Need to get this pretty close. That's pretty good. Now, we will go to this side. Add a maneuver. And we're going to push the apoapsis out to about 210 right there. Something like that. And it may take a while. It's not terribly far behind us, so maybe it won't take too long, but let the generator catch up to us. Really wish I would have put those. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, there's no crew in the lab section. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot to put them in there. Well, it's opportunity to practice my docking. I'm gonna start this just a couple seconds early because I'm going low thrust. Okay, let us try that and see. Now, if we look at, this is where we would intersect, and this is where the target will be. This is our closest approach. So if we were to pull this in to 200, but on different days. It's going to take a long time. That's because I was going the wrong way. So my separation is 741 kilometers, 650, so it's coming down. So there it's 71. It's going back up again. That got us down to 30. .4 kilometer separation there. Need to guess it's a 300 meters. Shoo, our target. Our relative speed is pretty high. I'm going to actually, I want to make sure, well, at this point our relative speed will be 18. That's manageable. I don't want to come in so close that it blows past us. So actually, I don't want to go that far away. If I get it like 500, yeah. $500 meters out should give me time to burn. I think I want to burn retrograde to the target. Well, we burn either prograde or retrograde to slow down our relative speed. And then if I can get it within a couple hundred meters, we can take over with RCS. So let's get on this maneuver. That's going to be 3 days out because we're having to orbit several times for it to catch up to us. So 600 meters. 480. Alright. So we'll swing around, and right here we should be 500 meters from the target. So I'm going to go ahead, warp to about right here. And there's our target. So now I'm going to set target. If I burn towards my target, does that slow down? No, that's, he's going faster than me, so I've got to burn the other direction. You see my speed to my target is now, my relative speed is going down. Get this pretty close to 0. Turn my thrust up a little. And that's not working. See if I go prograde. I want me get this speed down a little more. Don't have a whole lot of delta B left. Well, 500 should be enough to do this. Alright, now I'm going to burn towards my target. See if we can close the distance. Then we'll have to go retrograde, because this is going to increase our speed again when I do this. But that should start closing the gap a little. See my intersect. I don't want to go too fast relative to my target because it'll blow right past me before I can swing around there. I'm gonna have to go to RCS here soon. Let us sneak in a little bit more. All right. 400 meters. I think I can close that with RCS. So I'm going to point this to the planet, separate, and see if we can dock up here. Alright, now I gotta do the same thing with this. Turn off yaw, pitch, and roll. Should have done all this in the VAB. Okay, and now I've got that with alright, there's a target. Now, one thing I would need to do, I want to control from here. And I would like to find the docking port on this one. Right there it is. I'll click on it. Let me get my camera set on there. I should be able to set this as target. Huh, why can't I set this as target? Oh, I just double clicked on it and that. Alright, so just looking down here, I think I want that prograde vector to be pointing at my target. Seems to be lining up pretty good. And I believe I'm going to go to this caps lock, and it's supposed to give me finer control. Yeah, that's giving a little more finer control there. We don't want to get in a hurry. I don't know how fast is too fast for docking, but my goal is to try to get it about 1 meter per second. Don't think these will be a problem, but let's retract them. One less thing to go wrong. Looking good. Gonna get down to my 1 meter a second here. That might be too fast there. Let's go 0.5 meter a second. And we're docked. Excellent. Can't believe it. Now, if only we had some scientists. Not enough crew. Yep. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and grab some scientists and let's see if we can dock with this thing again. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have a capsule up here anyway, so that wasn't too bad. Not sure where that came from. Alright, so for this one, we may need a new rocket here. Let's use this one. I can put this one on here like that. Now this needs to be able to maneuver, but it also needs to be able to re-enter at some point. If I need to re-enter this, it's going to need a heat shield, and it's going to need some parachutes. I imagine 2 of these would work, but let's put 3. Should be more than we need. And then we'll need to decouple this. I'm doing this because I want to put a now this has RCS built in, and it has 30 monopropellant. Now that should be enough. So what I want to do is put a some kind of a fuel tank on here with a small, where is the don't want to use, oh, this is what I'm looking for, I think. Oh, we can use a Terrier. Alright. So we'll lift this into orbit. Then the fairing. Use a smaller decoupler because that one's getting in the way. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Before I forget, let's go ahead and put crew in here. Two scientists and a pilot. Now the problem is Jebediah doesn't have the lock to target. So that means we need to add a probe body. Alright, and now we need a booster. So this is 10.5 tons. Wish I had some kind of nose cone. I could do that. And now let's put this thing into space. Alright, let's save this as crew transport 1. Transport 3. Crew 2 LKO. Alright. Guess that's fine. Alright, let me put these people in orbit and I'll be right back. Okay, that was almost a disaster. Okay, so this didn't go as planned. I'm having to abort and get the crew back down to the surface and try this again. I put myself, for some reason, the tracking didn't follow close enough to the equator, so I ended up with this really high elliptical orbit, and I couldn't pull it out to get it circularized. I could have. With this section, when I went to separate, I separated too many times, and I separated myself from my booster. So now we got to just go back and start over. So I will fast forward and see you in orbit, hopefully soon. Alright, so here we are. Got up around 150. The inclination is better this time. It's 0.4. Probably see if we can correct that a little bit. It's probably fine though. Alright, 0.1. Alright, so just like last time, we want to push our apoapsis out. We'll just add a maneuver here. Get a little finer control here. Beautiful. All right. So now, if we were to set a maneuver here, to go prograde, okay, we was getting about 1,000 here. See if we can dial that even more. I think 500 worked good for us last time. Okay, let's live with that. I'm going to go ahead and separate this. And I'm just going to do it manually this time. to... Guess I should have deployed the fairing first, huh? Is that going to damage anything? Yeah, I should have deployed that fairing before I did that. Alright, let's look at our time to intercept. "22 minutes. So we get out here just in front of it. Don't need that nose cone anymore. Alright, where's our target? Did I lose my target? Oh, there it went. Oh, crap. Alright, retrograde to the target. Does that slow us down? Slow that on down. Ah! Wrong button. Alright, now I want to burn towards my target. Before I do that, I probably need to look at the actuation toggles for this. Turn off yaw, pitch, roll. Should I use SAS at this point? Alright, that is a target. I'm going to align the station to the target. Actually, I want to control from here. Dock up on this side. It's a little closer to the crew cabin there. Alright, let that settle in. And we'll switch back to here, and then I'm going to align this to target. And now I have to turn on my RCS. I'm going to orient my horizon where my controls are. Does this not have fore and aft? It has fore and aft right here, but it's not working for me. That's no good. So I may have to control it from the station, because this one doesn't have fore and aft. I mean, I could do it like that. Guess we'll go ahead and drift on in from here. I think the 0.2 meters a second is fine. I wonder if I should just switch to the other craft now. If this was a bigger station, if this was a much bigger station, I don't think we'd be wanting to flip it around and move it and control from the station side. We'd want to do it from the docking vessel, so got to remember that the 3-person crew doesn't have fore and aft control. Let me just get a little bit. This is probably good. And we're docked. Now let's see. Transfer crew, no crew on part. I click here, transfer crew, we want Maggard. Did he EVA or is he in the station? If I switch to the other, why is this orange? Select a part to transfer. Okay. So now if I do transfer crew here, okay, they're in there now. So if I right click on this, lab status operational. So now all we have to do is get ourselves a little science. Wrong section. Open up our science bay. Let's get that magnetometer report. You see here we can process in the lab. It'll give me 225 science. It'll take me 74 days to get it, but so now if we look over here, we have 45 science in here. And we can start research. And now we're getting 0.6 per day from here. So we also want to do the material study. And we want mystery goo. Log temperature. So we get 40 just for logging temperature. Log pressure. Get 60. Now we can also, let's look. I currently have 100 data stored. What I want to do is take a crew report. Put that in there. And then I wanted to see if I EVA if I do an EVA report, and we're going to keep it, and then I think I can, let's see if I think I can store it. I haven't ever done this part. I don't know how to, maybe the scientist will have to do it. Well, let's see what happens when I'm bored. Command pod. So we got 105 science, or 105 data in there now. I don't know if that worked or not. I need to see. Okay, he just stored that EVA report. And something else I want to do. Put his backpack in here. Well, we'll see. I want to grab out of the Command module, I'll put one of those. I did one of these, and I should be able to go up here, do one of these experiments in space. Well, he didn't get it. Does he have to be in the capsule to swap out inventory? Jebediah has that. Why does Jebediah have it? Alright. Perform EVA science. Alright, so that's 20. And store. Excellent. Alright, let's see how much we got here. We now have... should have more than that. That's what we had before we did our other experiment. Oh well. I forgot to turn on my docking lights. Alright, so I think we're going to leave Jeb up here for now. He's got plenty of fuel to deorbit at whatever point we want to. But this is the idea. This is what we're shooting for. I want to get one of these set up around Minmus and around the moon. And start getting some of this passive science going, and we'll start looking at heading out into the stars. So anyway, thanks for sticking with me. This is probably a long episode. I'll try to edit it down as much as I can, but I wanted to show everything. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this series, you want to keep following along, just hit the subscribe button, give me a like, and we will see you in the next episode.